Spirit have been eliminated from the Budapest Major, and I've never seen a superstar look as ready to leave his team as Donk. Despite starting the first map Mirage 11-4, Spirit completely collapsed against Vitality, losing 17-19, with Donk playing out of his mind, putting an insane 34-25 KD even while his teammate Shiro was rage baiting him. And he took the loss exactly how you expect an 18-year-old who spent 12% of his entire life playing Counter-Strike. And honestly, I don't blame him. If my team choked an 8-round advantage and we were forced into double OT, I'm not thinking about the next major. I'm thinking about the next flight to my new roster. So let's see how the Spirit roster compares to the top 6 or 7 teams, so we can know how likely Donk is to leave Spirit. In Donk's rookie year, he was untouchable. Spirit attended 11 events and won 3 trophies, one being the Shanghai Major title, with Donk averaging a 1.36 rating throughout the entire year. But in 2025, it's a different story. They started off strong, winning 4 events with the same core, with Magix being replaced by Zwei, which on paper should be a firepower upgrade, but it's starting to look like more of a side grade to a downgrade. And then Tanir replaced Zontic. This lineup should have the firepower to compete with teams like Vitality, Falcons, but the synergy just isn't there. It just feels like Donk and his friends versus the entire CS community. Since Tanir was added, their best result was 4th place at the major. They failed to make playoffs at other big events. Compare that to the old roster, which saw them podium 8 times. The ceiling is high, but the floor is just non-existent for this team. So where can he go? First, there's big obstacles in the way of any Donk transfer. One is obviously the money. Second is the language barrier. He's fluent in Russian and only speaks a good bit of English, so any team that he joins must speak English or be willing to switch their entire communication into English. Third, he's a rifler, so you must have a superstar opper as your primary opper. He's not gonna leave the team for a tier 2 team. Okay, there's not going to be a Donk with Simple and BC game. So who are the options? The most obvious one is obviously Vitality, the current major champions. A team that's built around Zywoo with perfect synergy. Disrupting that harmony for more firepower when they already have more than enough is a risk that Vitality won't take and honestly shouldn't take unless they want a total rebuild of their roster. Another good option is Furia, and Furia is surprisingly a strong fit for this star. Molodoy, the superstar on Furia, is an opper, but his English isn't that strong. I mean, imagine both of them in a 2vx situation with questionable communication abilities would be a disaster for this team. And the third one, the answer that nobody wants, is Falcons. This is where it gets interesting. Falcons have Monesi and Kaosuke, 2 Russian speakers who he actually gets along with Kaosuke quite well. But if you put Donk in, who do you replace? It's going to be Tessus. But here's the catch. There's just too many star power on this team. Everyone's trying to beat the odds of every round. They can't win every single round that they're not supposed to. The economy is going to suffer and it's going to break team play down. We already see this in Spirit. Zwei's having an issue adjusting to the anchor position because there's just too much star power that's just not balanced well enough. So if moving teams is way too complicated, how does Team Spirit fix this? Obviously, the dream move is replacing Zwei with Bit. He's arguably the best CIS anchor currently, and for Bit, moving from Na'Vi to Spirit would be a huge career step up for him. But the thing is, Spirit is not the only one eyeing a new anchor. Falcons is also eyeing a new anchor. But with that tough bidding war, I'm not sure if I would put my money on Spirit to win that one. Spirit might need to look a little more inwards. The right answer is bringing Magix back to his anchor position. He wasn't a superstar by any means, but he understood his role. He understood what he needed to do for this team to win. But right now, I'd put the chances of Donk leaving probably at around 6 or 7%. He's the face of this org. But if 2026 starts like this again, that percentage is only gonna go up. But I do hope Spirit turn it around because this lineup is way more capable than what they're showing. I want them to beat Falcons every single time from now on. I hate those pigeons. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one.